hello. Sorry about that, clicked the wrong scene there. That was a sneak peek of one of the decks that I ordered. I hope you're all doing well. Hope it's cooler wherever you are than it is here. It's a bit warm today. Hey Bree. How are you? Okay. Well. Question is, do I shoot? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have issue speaking again today. Great. Do I show off the new decks that I just ordered first, or do I do collectives first? I'll start with collectives first. Okay. Oh. Hello. I'm doing well. How are you? Yes, I'm starting off with collectives first, but I will be opening the queue for individual readings later. Okay. Let's see. What message do we need to hear today? Yes, I just started a few minutes ago. Hello. Queue's not open quite yet, starting off with collectives first. Okay, what message do we need to hear today? Okay, so we have here the page of coins, the Hierophant reversed, the Queen of Cups, the World, and the Four of Wands. So this is telling me here that we're beginning a new start here with the Page of Coins. Along with that, though, does come the reminder to set some goals here. The Hierophant here is essentially telling me to find your own way here. Create your own path. And along this path, whatever that may be, we may need to set some goals here for ourselves. Rather. The Queen of Cups here is telling us to, that we can, along this path, connect to ourselves on a deeper level here. And also reminds us to listen to ourselves. Because along with this card, we do also have that inner guidance. This card does also come along with that reminder here. And then with the combination of the World here and the Four of Wands, that is also telling us that at the end of this journey here, we will find this happiness that we seek. And let's see here what the oracle cards have to say. Okay, so we have two of them here. The first one here is Council of Light. The second one is Mintaka. Council of Light says, the Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides, devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a Spirit World United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work, and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. So this one comes to me as a message that your guides are here to help you, and if you're struggling with anything currently, You should ask them for guidance and for assistance here. Mintaken says, Mintakens are a group of... I cannot talk today, look at this. Mintakens are a soul group who originated, my goodness, on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original Lightworkers. The Mintaken's home planet is thought to have been a water world, with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakens feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakens have an odd longing for home, and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are a Mintaken, or a longing for a sense of belonging. And root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing what that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on Earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it, rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. So, it's interesting that that one pops up with the Queen of Cups there. Essentially, for me, this one is kind of emphasizing that with like the mention of water. Water. The element of water here representing emotions. So I feel like this one is also sort of emphasizing the need to connect a little bit deeper with yourself. But also, there is a part here that mentions longing for a sense of belonging here. And rather than waiting to find where you belong, create that for yourself. And maybe that's what it's asking you to do here with the Hierophant reversed and the Page of Coins, is to create that for yourself. And along with that, I feel like that would come with the addition to remember don't dim yourself to fit in somewhere. And let's see what the book has to say about that. Repeat 11 times. I am worthy of good things. So, if anyone needs to hear that message, I hope it helps you. Okay. Let's see here. What message to those who might be watching here today? So we have a few cards here. We have Strength, Nine of Coins, the Magician, the King of Cups and the King of Wands, the Empress, and the Sun. So quite a few major arcana cards here. So essentially what this is telling me currently is that essentially we just need to tough things out a little bit longer here with this strength card. That this prosperity that we're seeking here with the Nine of Coins is coming. And that what we're creating with creating for ourselves here with that Magician card is coming. We are working on fostering a deeper connection with ourselves here with the King of Cups, and remaining true to ourselves here with the King of Wands. And following what we want here as well, along with that King of Wands. The Empress comes with a reminder to continue nurturing and caring for ourselves. And the Sun comes with a reminder that better days are on the horizon. The darkness will not last forever. There is light at the end here. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. That Campbell of cards again. We have Share Your Voice. Break the Chain. And You're Already Doing It. This one at the end here. There we go. Okay. So, share your voice. Share Your Voice says, you are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship, or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discovered that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone, and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Break the Chain. Yeah, I thought you were lurking there. Those two cards popped up and I was just like, wait a second. I know who this is. So hello. It's nice to see you again. And I'm glad to hear that you actually started up with that again. Break the Chain says, you were being called to heal your family line, or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line, healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, and so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being, which is signified by the Magician card. And you are already doing it. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's happening, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you've planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. Foundations are steady. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. Let's see what the book has to add to that. That's actually a nice message. The past version of you is so proud of how far you've come. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I guess I learned something new today. Yep. Apparently I'm starting to pick up on your energy. The moment that I, like, started reading this, immediately I was just like, huh. I feel like that's something that Misery needs to hear. And then these two popped out and I was like, oh. Well. And then this card popped out from behind this one here. But yeah, so anyone who needed to hear that message, I hope it helps you. Yeah. Yeah, I know what that last part is like. All too well. In fact. It's still something I struggle with a lot. Even though I am surrounded by people who do care about me, but depression doesn't give a fuck about that. And neither does anxiety. Yeah. I understand that one too, yeah. Okay, so that's it for collectives. Now, before we go on into the queued readings, I did have something to share. I posted it in Discord yesterday, I think. Yes, yesterday. Okay. But I bought a few new decks. They should be here at the end of the week, but I did want to actually show the ones that I got. Three. I saved up a bit. I've been saving up for a bit to buy like one in particular, and I was going to buy a tarot deck to go with it. But I decided not to do that. I decided to still get the Oracle deck, if you want to call it that. It's technically not an Oracle deck, but it can be used in some. So, but anyway. I decided to still get the Oracle deck, but I decided to get a different Oracle deck, and spent a little bit extra to get another one that I've also been thinking about getting. So, let me switch scenes here and I'll actually show you that. So, this is the first one. This is the deck that I was talking about on last stream. And due to the message that I got a few days ago, like earlier this week, I decided to get this one. So this is the first one. this is what I decided to get instead of the tarot deck that I was thinking of getting. And along with this one, we have this one for perhaps a little bit more practical advice for those of us who struggle with various mental illnesses, or just for people who want to be a little bit more mindful and present in their days. And this is the one that I've been trying to get forever. This is the one that I've been saving up for. This one is a bunch of, again, it's not an oracle deck, but it can be used as one, and that's what I'm going to use it as. I was going to get a tarot deck with this one, but I decided not to, and instead got the others that I just showed. So, this one is just a bunch of cute art of animals with little affirmations on them. The reason I wanted to get this one was to somewhat counteract the brutality sometimes. Not brutality, but brutal honesty, rather, that the Empyrean deck sometimes has. This is to counteract that and balance it out a little bit more. So you can get maybe get smacked a little bit by the Empyrean deck, but if things are a little bit too punchy, I can offer a little bit of comfort with this one. So, two of these decks, the first two there, the Isis Oracle and the Mindfulness cards, are estimated to be here sometime early next week, and this one, the Therapets deck, is estimated to be here late next week, but they should be here sometime within the next week, so. Yes, exactly, because sometimes that one can be quite, quite a lot. But anyway. So those are the decks that I ordered. They should be here next week. Yeah, that's one of the closer ones to me. Yeah, I think you mentioned, I think, something about like Chicago and I think Aurora before. I'm familiar with that area, so yeah. Somewhat familiar anyway. been quite a while since I've actually been up there, though. I used to travel up to that area a lot for doctor's appointments with my mother. She had to see a lot of specialists up near that area for various health issues. Yeah. My partner is currently around that area, so. Yeah. Okay. Time to open the queue, I guess. Yeah. There are certainly a lot of cornfields here, yes. It's kind of what fucking Illinois is known for. Though, I mean, it has gotten a bit better within recent years. Like, I don't mind it here. I do wish there were more things to do. But, it would also be a struggle for me to move to many other places because I would need to move somewhere where either medical marijuana or recreational marijuana is legal. Both are legal here now, so. Recreationally, it has been since 2020, so. I take small doses of edibles. To help with depression and anxiety. Mostly anxiety. Because that can be quite bad sometimes. So, it's gotten a lot better. Probably within, like, the past about 6 months. Pretty much ever since I started tarot. So. Tarot has helped a lot with mindfulness, so. Oof. I'm sorry. Yeah, I take super low dosage. It's my only goal is to relax, not have something like that happen. So, sorry, the queue is now open if anyone wants to join. Yeah. I think a few of them left. There were a few people who were here earlier. I don't think they stuck around for collectives though. But that's fine. Don't know about me. Hello, Bree. uh, eh. Yeah. My partner would be here, but he's closing again tonight, so. I think he'll be stopping by shortly. Usually goes on lunch break around this time. Yeah. Maybe if you don't get too many people here for readings, maybe we'll just do a bit of an impromptu story night with a storybook. Oh, you're fine, Bree. Don't worry about it. I appreciate the lurks, though. I don't think so. I think you have to type it. I think you have to type it separately, or at least it has to be at the very front of your message, I think, for it to count. Also, Bree, I wouldn't say that. As one of the messages earlier said, from the Oracle book, there is a message that said, repeat 11 times, I deserve good things. That much is true for you as well. If you would like guidance, you're always more than welcome to do so. But yeah, sure, I'll do that. Let me just, let me reorganize Q here. I think I can just drag you. I can't. There we go. Okay. Are you ready, Bree? Okay. Do you have a specific question, or you just want me to ask what you need to hear today? Yeah, it's fine if you don't, though. It's why I usually just ask what message someone needs to hear. Because it's a bit more open-ended and allows guides, universe, whatever specific thing you believe in, to deliver a message. Okay. What message does Bree need to hear today? Okay. So, we have the Ten of Wands reversed, the Ten of Swords, the Hanged Man, the King of Cups, and Judgment. So, this tells me, with the first two cards here, that you're struggling. Ten of Wands here, pointing towards burnout and stretching yourself a little bit too thin. The Ten of Swords, pointing towards probably a lot of internal conflict here. The Hanged Man here is essentially telling me to that you need to that you need to slow down a little bit. Just take a pause. King of Cups here, pointing towards this deeper connection here with yourself. That, okay, yeah, you know what, actually, I'm going to read this story. I actually like the story of the King of Cups, and I think it might help you understand here. Hello! Hope you're enjoying your break. I gotta find... Okay, hold on. What's the name of the story? That might help if I look that up first in the little guidebook. The Boy and the Dragon Pearl. Okay. Okay. That emote is great. So, we have here the Boy and the Dragon Pearl. There's the full art on the card. So, this is what I feel in particular that this card here is trying to tell you. To try to help you understand here your power. This is called The Boy and the Dragon Pearl. It originates from China and is a Chinese legend. Dragons in China are very powerful. They are symbols of strength, mystery, and good fortune. They can make themselves as small as silkworms or as large as the universe. They can live in heaven or deep in the ocean and control typhoons, tidal waves, floods, and rain. They can travel far distances, and some have even been known to favor men in mountain retreats. They are often known to carry a pearl that contains much of their magical power. Dragons are so magnificent, there is even an expression in Chinese that means to hope one's son will become a dragon. There once was a little boy who lived in a small village that was starving from years of drought. Nothing would grow, and even the wild animals were suffering. When the boy saw a fat rabbit, he followed it to its home. There he found a small patch of greenery that was flourishing, which, when he dug it up, was growing around a giant pearl. Thinking he could sell the pearl for food, the little boy and his mother put it in a rice jar that night and slept peacefully. In the morning, they found the once empty rice jar overflowing. The same miracle repeated itself again with the rice jar, an oil jar, and then with a box of money. The boy and his mother realized the pearl was magic, and were able to stop worrying about food. But their newfound luck was noticed by greedy men who smashed the boy's house in order to find whatever they had. The little boy grew terrified, and in his fear swallowed the pearl whole. He began to feel unbelievably thirsty. He drank a whole jug of water, then a whole well, then he plunged himself into the river. He emerged as a giant dragon, swishing his tail back and forth, and frightened the men away. The boy turned dragon, looked at his mother, and she at him, and they knew he could never be changed back. So instead he became the protector of the river, and his mother visited him often. In other words, you contain this power, this strength within yourself. You have the ability to create this abundance you want for yourself. Just have to believe in yourself. Yeah. And judgment here is pointing towards improvement. Again, being possible here. And that particularly this one with this story is talking about the end to the end before a new journey begins. The end here being this internal struggle that you're currently dealing with. Let's see what the oracle cards have to add. Okay. Okay. They really, really wanted to say something here with the cards. First, they wanted to say yes. And I already know what the entry for this one is. It is literally just a page full of yeses. So that one's just a confirmation. And then we have leap, inner temple, Mintaken, and you are already doing it. So let's go with leap here. Also, I'll show you that page actually, if you want to see. It's literally just a page of yeses. It's just yeses. Leap says, life bends for the courageous. The universe wants to support you, but you first need to leap. To throw your life up in the air. Perhaps you know what you were being called to leap toward, or away from, but are scared to make the move. Or perhaps you were waiting for a big fat sign, or instruction manual, or permission to do so first. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It's scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new. And it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. Sorry, one second. It's like another... Is it even season for lightning bugs yet? There's like another little lightning bug that was just like crawling across my leg. Anyway, it is scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new. And it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But this is the unavoidable process of rising. And right now, this is how we are being called to live. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip. To allow what once was so full of life to fall away, leaf by leaf. For a moment, it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of once was. But in the morn of spring, new shoots begin to appear, and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. I like that last paragraph there. This one, I feel like its message is telling you to live with courage. And knowing what I do know about you, I feel like that is a very necessary message there. A very necessary reminder. Particularly in the face of everything that's going on right now. And all the lawmakers trying to suppress your voices. And they can get fucked. You live your life. Courageously be yourself, and don't you let anyone ever fucking tell you otherwise. Inner Temple says, you are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart. To incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice. Or to show up to your soul with rhythm. To develop a daily practice where you'll fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn, and you are being called to go deeper into your soul growth, or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus toward devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. So, oh, I'm sorry if that one was roasty. Essentially, like it said, spend time with yourself. And listen to what it is that you really want here. Mintakan says, Mintakans are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation of Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth, and believed to be the original Lightworkers. The Mintakan's home planet is thought to have been a water world, with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home, and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you were a Mintakan, or longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on Earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging. Essentially, what I get out of that one is to go where you're appreciated. If someone doesn't see your value, they don't fucking deserve it. And if you are struggling with feeling like you don't belong or you don't fit in, then perhaps you should, like the card says, create that for yourself. If there's someone who, doesn't really like your energy and tries to tell you to essentially tone that down without good reason, then they can just get fucked. Don't dim yourself to fit in somewhere. Those who do appreciate you won't tell you to remove bits of yourself to fit in. And then You're Already Doing It says, do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's happening, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. You are already doing it. Keep going. That was another little message that was at the very bottom of that page, which I feel might be the most important part of that. You are already doing it. Just keep going. Let's see what the book has to add to that. Think bigger. I hope that message helped you. And also, thank you for letting me give you a reading. Of course. Lan, do you want to go next? You probably only have like about half an hour left. I'm not sure if I'll be able to actually finish Miseries in that time. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to apologize for anything, Bree. I just don't like to rush readings, because I want to make sure that I deliver the message as best as I can. Some people may get annoyed with that, but I'm going to do things my own way. If they don't like that, then this probably isn't the place for them, so. So, you have nothing to apologize for, Bree. Yep. Water bottle popping over here. Goodness. Okay. Are you ready, Lan? Okay. What message does Land need to hear today? Okay. We shuffle one more time to see if it has anything to add to this, but we did get 3 cards, which is usually what I aim for. Okay, wanted to add one more thing. Okay, so let's see here. Ow. There are hiccups. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, Justice, King of Cups, and Ace of Coins. It's all crooked. There, it's a little better. Essentially, what I'm getting out of this is a reminder that as you walk forward here, as you charge ahead, to try your best to remain a little bit more carefree, like the energy of this card here. And also be a little bit more optimistic here. The balance and harmony that you seek here is coming. It's possible, and it's coming. The King of Cups here, a reminder to keep connecting with yourself on a deeper level here. And you will experience this new beginning and this growth that you're looking for. Yeah, just a bit more of a carefree attitude and optimism is needed going forward here. And let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. The ever-unfolding rose and transformation. The ever-unfolding rose says, "The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it. To let life crack you open. To open through hurt and loss. To allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts. To continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. To open up yourself. Oh, goodness. To open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open. Because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently. To treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby. To wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. What a fitting line there, considering your next card is transformation. Transformation says, things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago, or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half fallen. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being, where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside, and Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime. Or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. Yeah, like everything about that card. Let's see what the book has to say here. Okay, why is it like giving you this one? They really want to fucking remind you. Boundaries must be put into place and respected. How many times have you gotten that now? I swear that pops up like every reading. Also, hello, Lizzie. But yeah, so I hope that message helps. Okay. Okay. Misery, you are up next. Also, thank you for letting the others go ahead of you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. What message does Misery need to hear today? Ten of Wands, the Nine of Wands, Death, and the Page of Cups. So, what I'm getting out of this is that this, no, it's not bad actually. This one may look bad. It's not. Mostly because I'm not going off of the the imagery here looks bad. It might be a little bit reminiscent of the Nine of Swords energy. It's not. Yeah. This is, if you're curious, the story of Baba Yaga. You see the house on legs there? Or I think it's Baba Yaga, I think is how you pronounce it. Yes, they are indeed flaming skulls. But, what I'm getting out of this is essentially that this period of burnout and this period of avoidance is finally coming to an end here. Because after all, this is the Ten of Wands. So, it is coming to an end here. Along with this, I say that because of the Nine of Wands next to it. I'll explain that one in a minute. So, along with this, if, you know, with the wands being like the suit of creativity, I'm also taking this as a sign that creativity is about to bloom here. The Nine of Wands here, particularly connecting to this story here, what I'm getting out of this is that you have weathered this battle. Which is why I say it's coming to an end. Ten marks the end of a cycle here. So, you have weathered this battle, and this period of burnout and avoidance is coming to an end here. The Death card signifying these changes, and this probably transformation that you're beginning to experience here. That is what the Death card is signifying here to me. With the Page of Cups, this is also telling me that you are connecting more deeply to your emotions here and yourself. Along with that, I get a sense of hope. You're hopeful. The energy of this is very hopeful with the Page of Cups. Along with that, I also kind of get the message, because again, very watery energy here, to let those things flow. Just let it flow. Let those emotions flow. Let that creativity flow. and just submerge yourself in that energy of transformation here. Hey, would you look at that? Look what's on the... Guess what card's on the bottom of the deck? Here, when I flipped it over. There's a little card that wants to say hi. Noah the Oracle. So, a confirmation there. But now I'm curious, what is on the bottom of the tarot deck here? Ah. The Ace of Wands, the beginning of a new creative cycle. And, as well as the Wands being creative cycle, it's also about passion. So let's see what the Oracle deck has to say here. Okay, I'll see you later, sweetheart. They're really thinking about that card. Oh, there we go. Here's the moment I say something. Again, just to see in case. There's I guess they only have one. Okay, so that card is Leap. Leap says, life bends for the courageous. The universe wants to support you, but first you need to leap. To throw your life up in the air. Perhaps you know what you were being called to leap toward, or away from. But you're scared to make the move. Or maybe perhaps you're waiting for a big fat sign, or instruction manual, or permission to do so first. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It's scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new. And it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But this is the unavoidable process of rising, and right now, this is how we were being called to live. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away, leaf by leaf. For a moment, it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of once was. But in the morn of spring, new shoots begin to appear, and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. That last paragraph, I think, is like the most important part here. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away, leaf by leaf. For a moment it feels like nothing will grow again. Branches are left bare without the comfort of once was. But in the morn of spring, new shoots begin to appear, and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. So, really kind of emphasizing that whole, like, energy of transformation here. Is what I feel like. So yeah. Essentially, just keep pushing forward with this this deeper connection to yourself and this creative energy and this transformative energy. This battle is over. And it is now time to start this new cycle. Let's see what the book has to say. The Oracle is telling you to mix up your daily routine, to see major changes and energy shifts. Yeah. Self-love is definitely an important part of that. Yeah, it was like, it's been like close to the 80s up here for a while. That's good. I feel definitely feel like that's relevant to this, yep. Nice. Okay. So I hope that message helped. Of course. And also, again, if you'd ever like some company, or you ever like want to play anything together, just shoot me a message. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the punk show. Yeah, no problem. Okay. I'll see you later. Okay. Are you ready, Lizzie? Before I forget, I should probably close the queue. Okay. What message does Lizzie need to hear today? Definitely should have turned up my air. It is getting warm in here. Oof. One moment I accidentally sent a card flying onto the floor. Okay, sorry about that. There. Let's see here. So we have the Five of Swords, the Lovers reversed, the Five of Coins reversed, and the Queen of Swords. So essentially what I'm getting out of this is that there's a feeling of defeat currently. And a bit of a disconnect, and probably some second guessing of yourself here. The Five of Coins here is pointing towards recovery coming. The Queen of Swords here is essentially asking you to embody this energy. Essentially, what I'm getting out of this is the sense that you're in control of this situation. Or you can be, if you let it. Just take charge of this situation and be honest about yourself here. Be honest with yourself here about what you want. The Queen of Swords here is that energy. She knows what she wants, and she knows how to get it. The Queen of Swords being here is asking you to embody that energy. And let's see here what your cards have to say. Okay. So we have here the Great Gathering. The Great Gathering says, you are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet, and as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, you share the medicine that you most need. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. So, what I get out of that is perhaps this feeling of defeat and this feeling of helplessness here with this Four of Swords is caused by a disconnect with perhaps your friends or your peer group. And this might be causing you to feel a little bit lonely or a little bit alone. The Great Gathering here is telling you that essentially you can find this connection with people again. What it's telling me is that maybe it's necessary to kind of put yourself out there again, and like the card says here, allow yourself to be seen. And essentially that it's time to share your voice again. And people that you can actually make meaningful connections with. That they're out there. And essentially that they can be found. Read this. Okay. Let me read this again. There was literally something else that I wanted to say, but there was something else I wanted to say, but I literally just blanked. But essentially that, the people that you would actually be able to make, like, meaningful connections with are out there, and that they won't They won't judge you for who you are. Nor will they try to make you change yourself to fit in. And let's see what the book has to add to that. Who am I? That is a question to ask yourself. Maybe by figuring this out, you'll find who it is that you actually want to be friends with. The sort of people that you actually want to be friends with. Your identity is your own. Those who actually value you will not try to change that in any way. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that message helped. Are you still there, Evie? I don't think they are, because it doesn't show them in the chat. Okay. I'll give it a few minutes just in case. But after that, it's time to do collectives to close out.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Take this time to stretch out my legs here. Oof. I don't think they're here anymore. So, okay. Suppose it's time to close out with a collective here. Okay. So, what message would you like to leave us off with? we have Temperance. Yeah, it's okay though. That's why I only put the join command in the title. That's the default command for the bot. That's why I changed it as well. But I made the join command a nightbot command. Because there are a lot of people who are just going around, who just go around to like any channel that's live. And just like spam the command in like every channel they can. Just to try to get a reading from anyone. You have the Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Lovers. So, right away, the moment I saw these first two cards pop out here, I immediately picked up on your energy again. So that was great timing. Those two things you were talking about earlier. You know, that connection and that success and prosperity that you said you were looking for and trying to manifest for yourself. Yeah. First two cards that fucking popped out. So, this connection, once again emphasized by the presence of the Lovers here, this connection that you're looking for, that anyone who needs to hear this message is looking for, and this hard work paying off and reaping the rewards of prosperity and success with the Nine of Coins. My goodness, I still can't talk. Those are things that are coming. Temperance is just a reminder to be patient as we wait for these things to come. The Seven of Cups here and the Four of Cups here are kind of... the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups here together are kind of telling me to continue making the conscious decision of showing this gratitude and this appreciation for what you have. To essentially kind of help continue creating this for yourself is kind of what I'm getting at that. Essentially just keep putting out that positive energy. Putting out that positive energy and that gratitude and appreciation for the things we have received, the things we are receiving, and the things that we have will essentially help return that to us. See what the words have to say. We have a few here. I also just noticed the card that was on the bottom of the deck. Cards on the bottom of the deck. So first we have yes. Essentially is a confirmation here. Then we have Mintaken, Council of Light, Boundaries. So, the yes is pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, it is just a page full of yeses. That one is simply just a confirmation here. And then we have Mintaken again. It's like the third or fourth time it's popped up. Just tonight. Mintakens are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original Lightworkers. The Mintaken's home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakens feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakens have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you were a Mintaken or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around and yearn for a place on Earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it, rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. So, 1 moment. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, taking a moment here to recenter myself. I have noisy ass neighbors. Okay. No, you're good. That's, like I said, noisy-ass neighbors. Very inconsiderate, noisy-ass neighbors. They like coming in at all hours of the night, blasting loud, shitty, bassy-ass music. I'll be fine. Loud music is one of the things that just immediately sets off anxiety. Doing my best to recenter and calm that down. Anxiety isn't really the problem here, though. It's the thing it triggers after that, which is rage. I was just talking about my noisy neighbors. Noise, you're fine. My my noisy-ass neighbors who are just super inconsiderate and just play loud, bassy-ass music. Shitty loud, bassy-ass music, like, at all hours of the night. They've been told multiple times by the owners here to knock it the fuck off, but they don't listen. But loud, noisy-ass music like that, is like one of my triggers for anxiety. That just goes back to some childhood stuff that I won't really get into. But, it's not the anxiety that it triggers that's the problem. That I can deal with. It's the thing that occurs immediately after that, because of the memories it brings up, which is rage. So, trying to recenter myself and calm myself down because of that. Okay. Mostly calmed. Probably as good as I'm gonna get it right now. So, going to continue here. No problem. Yeah. Council of Light says, the Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. Essentially a reminder that, as well, your guides are here to help you. So, don't forget to ask them for help if there's something that you need help with. Oh, I just realized I forgot to explain Mintalkin. Essentially what I get out of Mintalkin, again, is the whole, sense of belonging. And creating that for yourself, if it's necessary. If you feel like you don't belong somewhere, don't try to change yourself to fit in. Those who value you will not ask you to change yourself. And then boundaries. How fitting. You are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous, and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand, and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, This causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is your second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? Okay. Let's see what the book has to add. The past version of you is so proud of how far you've come. Why did I have a feeling it was going to be that one? But anyway, I hope whoever needed to hear that message. I hope it helps you in some way. It is unfortunately time for me to call it here, though. Especially after that little fucking mess. But thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, thank you for sharing your time with me. I do appreciate it. And I hope to see you all again soon. But bye for now.